was it like, so I know it was pressure, but how much pressure was it to excel in the classroom as well as on the field? Because if you lower the standards at either or, you at risk of losing the scholarship. If you let your grades slip, you can get academic probation. If you slip on the field, you're looking at getting cut. Definitely. So was it like, I know it was like a job, but how was the pressure as like going through it as like a real student athlete? Like, man, I got to make sure both of these are high standards.
So, just coming from a different perspective, I do coach college football.
Okay.
So, guys who aren't producing, we do notice that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a player, you're thinking that, I'm all right, I had a bad day. Nah, you getting graded every day.
Mm-hmm.
So, once I realized that as a player, then I did start to feel that type of pressure. But if you, like you said, with the clearinghouse, the higher your GPA, the lower your test score could be.
Right.
The higher your production, of course you need to be passing, but you can't be.
So they didn't really if you was a high performing player, it wasn't that mandatory for you to really have those 3.0s.
You'd have to be a perfect student.
Gotcha.
But if you're not producing,
you better have them grades. Cause y'all get averaged out as a team as far as GPA?
Yeah, everybody does.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can't be a liability on both hands.
Yeah.
In other words, you would be robbing the university.
Yeah, for money.
If you would be costing us money, literally.
Gotcha.
If you're not, performing and you got bad grades, so you're not getting your degree, that's how we paying you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you're not performing.
That's how
nobody's happy. You're not happy. We're not happy.
Gotcha.
So the pressure, I didn't really feel a lot of pressure because we talked about it before. Grades were the number one thing in our household, like his too.
Yeah.
But performing, I mean, there's definitely pressure, especially with guys behind you
Gotcha.
that are hungry, if not hungrier than you are, who've never been in that situation.
Gotcha. Did you ever run into an incident while you were at college where you kind of felt football was kind of put on the forefront more than academics-wise? Like they kind of really, it was more football, kind of academics on the backhand. And then also, did you feel like a lot of guys get tricked into that? Because, not to go too far off the question, we got a lot of guys who, if coaches and people are putting it that it's football first, you can't get mad at these guys when they not taking class seriously. You know what I'm saying? So did you feel any of that, like certain times of your career, you was like, man, these guys really don't care nothing other than football. You know what I'm saying? Class doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah, I felt it a little bit. Like I told you before too, Vanderbilt was different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt that pressure from football and in the class and in academic every day. In the sense of SEC, we playing, you playing some dogs out there. Every day I got to get mine because if I don't, there's going to be another game I won't start. There'll be another game I'm going to get, all right, this person will get more reps than you. You know what I'm saying? Due to your last practice. So on the physical and athletic side, you got to go out there and grind. Then from an academic side of things as well, man, as we talked before too, every day we in the top of the top over there.
Right.
People over here smart. I'm over here like I still got to make sure I get my grades because that's one thing. It wasn't no special treatment type of thing over there.
So it wasn't teachers that kind of fed you special treatment?
Because they didn't care about that. Right. Football is not the number one thing over there at Vanderbilt. I can admit that right now. Saying that like it's not.
Yeah.
So you really got to get yours, or you gonna fail.
Gotcha.
Which I don't seen it. I don't seen people literally flunk out of high school, university, at a college.
Man.
So.
How important was time management? Because what you guys having a set schedule as being football players, being athletes, right? Being student athletes, you have a set schedule. Like we talk about guys getting up in the morning, you're going through film workout sessions, having practice in the evenings. How important was time management for one, as far as your class schedule, and two, as far as like tutoring hall and managing practice, all that together? How important was that and how stressful was that?
Well, I mean, you got to look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day. Ask yourself, were you disciplined? Because it's a lot of stuff that you want to do during the day, especially in college. I know we in COVID times where everybody ain't around, but
back in the day when it was open, it was open.
It was open. So it's a lot of options out there for you to do too.
A lot of free time.
Man, it's a lot. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that you have a lot of options out there. So time management is big.
Okay.
It's big because if you take care of what's needed to be taken care of, grades, workouts, rest is a big one, and then you get to do it whatever else you want to do. Meaning, if you want to go hang out with some friends, play the game, video games. I know a lot of people play video games now.
In between time, just do.
But if you don't, and you choose to do if you don't take care of everything first, and then you just decide, all right, it'll be all right. Let me go hang out anyway.
Yeah.
nah, boss, you're not gonna be productive. You're not gonna be successful.
Gotcha.
So time management is huge, especially it just comes from discipline and maturity. Really, you just got to realize what's important to you.
Got you. Was it like that for you, Jay?
Same thing. You hit on the nail. I think the biggest thing with time management, you start understanding you got to cut off some of that fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do everything. You got to make sacrifices. So that's what he hit on the nail with that one, man. Like, you really just got to be disciplined on what you really trying to do and what you're trying to get out of it. Because once you start understanding your time and your schedule, everything else can come easy. So you can have like, okay, I got a little free time, I can go hang with my boys. I got a little free time, you got a little girl, I'm finna go hang with my girlfriend type of thing. So you make time, but you got to understand the value and the importance of time management. So
Every second counts, man.
Tell you.
Especially with college football. Think about this, man. The pros, they don't have class.
Right.
It's a little harder.
That's different.
Man, you got a whole other job,
got
and then you got to play football.
too. So you talking about losing a check?
man, I'm telling you.
Sometimes a big check at
That,
that.
every second counts, man. Trust me.
Got you. So how do you think being a student athlete made you a better person, and you guys' situation made you a better man? Like we talking about time management.
Yeah.
That's some stuff a lot of kids really don't experience or really realize till they really graduate or become grown, so to speak. So how did experience stuff you guys went through from freshman year until you graduate? How did that make you a better man being a student athlete?
I can speak on that one. Each and every day, and I tell people, even in my work world right now, man, it helped me understand how to prioritize things in my life, number one. But it also made me understand, man, life is really like a big competition. I got to get mine. Each and every day I wake up, I told you before, each and every day I wake up, man, I got to go out there and nobody got to outwork me.
Yeah.
And that's my mentality from the field, and I took it over to, my next endeavor in life. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing. Nobody got to outwork me. And I'm trying to compete with the best of the best out here. Yeah. We're talking from football to job to career-wise to, we go to the Y and play basketball too. We playing the Y. Yeah. Like I'm trying to be the best of the best. So yeah, that's what it brought with me. Is just that's where I learned from it.
Competition does bring the best out of you. So, I mean, that does actually help once you in different fields of work. And, me, it just also taught me how to persevere through things, push through adversity. Things might not go your way right now, but you just got to make sure that you keep doing what you're supposed to do.
That's it.
It's all going to fall in line.
Gotcha.
But you got to hold your end of the bargain. So regardless of what it looks like at that moment, I told myself, you don't always get what you want right off the bat. Right. If it don't happen that fast, just keep plugging at it. It'll come.